hella ass, hella ass, hella ass. The sun is still out. Hella ass, hella ass, hella ass, hella ass. The sun is still out. Hella ass, hella ass, hella ass.
Wait, pause. Because we keep forgetting to record.
Oh, yeah, go for it. You want me to record?
I was telling you how to record because I keep fucking eating chips.
Are you eating chips?
No, but you never even try to, record.
I did yesterday 4 times. You say
one time.
You guys weren't paying attention.
You're gaslighting
You and Brenda.
me.
No, you and Brenda
You're
were
gaslighting
too busy.
me.
Too busy.
You're gaslighting me.
Wanna go home. Shut up.
You shut up.
Welcome back to
shut
another.
up. Welcome back to another episode of Hella Ass. With all the ass.
I just got my ass tatted today.
Oh.
This is this is a special episode because it's the eve of Jules' birthday.
Yes.
26 Eve, bitches.
26 Eve. And we did hella shit today.
I actually did do hella shit today. I had a very productive day now that I think but
Fuck yeah.
it was
Fuck
a good
yeah.
birthday
We
eve.
had breakfast.
Yeah, you guys got
Wow.
breakfast. I didn't do that. I haven't eaten, but I'm waiting for sushi. But check this out. I woke up. I tidied my room. I went to the gym. I tanned. I got a car wash. And then we got. Oh, and I got a pedicure. I forgot about that.
Nice.
And then
hella
I got
nice.
tattoo.
Well,
Damn.
sounds to me.
I'm tired.
I know, bro.
That was a lot. I'm exhausted.
I had to mentally prepare for an interview today, and then I was mentally exhausted after that. I was like,
But you got it.
and then I got the job.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yes, Emily. Congratulations. Seriously,
Slay.
what did I tell you, though? I told you just 2 weeks ago. This is the job that you were talking to me about, right? The one that sent you the email. You say perfect timing, right? What did I tell you? I said you were going to get it in no time.
I was scared. I was hella brown, and I was like, I'm scared.
So, you got it. Not because of your skin color. Not because of, oh, I'm a girl and I'm pretty. No, it's because you have a lot to offer. All right? I feel like you limit yourself sometimes on your abilities. And I feel like they see a lot of potential. So that's why they took you in. It's very simple.
Audience applause. Wow.
You know, it's just
Why is that so necessary? Have random noises? I just want to go bruh.
well, it's interludes, you know. I was actually, I was working on volume 893 for the Zombie Apocalypse story.
Right, okay.
And, I want to reveal to everybody that there will be a new episode coming. Well, a new
Chapter? Volume?
Volume or chapter, bro? Make up your mind.
Welcome back to another.
No, we're not doing
volume,
this again.
Okay, volume 893. What happens is, Jules and Brandy split up from us. They're saying we are going to go to the beach. We are going to try to, gather resources.
Yeah.
Okay, in and out of the land.
Brandy's the fish, by the way.
Brandy's a fish, and
I don't know. We're just assuming things now.
she's a fish. No, she said she's a fish. That's why.
Who said she's a fish?
Brandy said.
When?
I mean, Brenda. Sorry, Brenda.
Oh.
You and Brenda.
Brenda.
I said Brandy.
Sorry.
Oh, no, he
no,
said Brandy.
My
I
fault.
said Brenda, though, right?
No, you said
Oh.
Brandy because I said.
Oh, okay. I said Brandy, but mentally, yeah, I'm better than you.
Yeah, exactly. It's
But
my fault.
mentally, I was thinking Brenda, but I was just picking because you said.
Yeah,
Brandy.
I was thinking Brenda too, but I said Brandy, so it's my fault. I started
Okay, so
the trend.
Brenda is a Pisces.
Why do we all go wait, Brandy?
Brenda. You see what I mean? It's easy. But did you smoke your?
I did.
Oh, you did. Okay.
She
Still
did
have
that.
You still have a few
It's okay. I'm good.
dingleberries left. Okay.
Dinkle. Ew.
Sorry. So Brenda and Jules go to the ocean. They are literally trying to gather resources in and out of the
No,
land.
we're gathering an army, dude.
Yeah, you're gathering an army. Also,
Resources. That makes it sound like we're going to get
let's say you guys find scraps and metal, and you guys want to make weapons, and then
No,
you use the fish army
Do
to
you
help
know
you guys. You know what I
did
mean?
is I went to Atlantis, and I got the mermaids and Aquaman. I told them what was going on, so now they're all on our side too. Plus all of the fish and sea creatures and all that shit, amphibians, freshwater, saltwater, even the seagulls because they kind of count.
They kind of do count.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
So,
tight. The crabs,
perfect.
the crabs and seagulls are like really tight.
We're like the peasants that exist on the
True.
ground.
I'm like
Yeah.
visualizing it. I'm like, yes, okay. So you got the seagulls back. You basically, everybody who's affiliated with the ocean,
Affiliated.
all right, they got some connection to you.
Affiliated.
Now let's put it this way though. So one event happens where you tell us, hey, it's a zombie
You're like, we got
apocalypse.
spiders.
It's a zombie apocalypse. We're off to go find some resources,
We get spiders.
like to get
Wait,
metals.
Imagine like millions and millions and millions of spiders.
I know that's
Fuck
what
no.
you were gonna say that, right?
No,
That's a good weapon.
no, that's great though. I love your thinking, critical thinking. Yes, creative. We're spitballing right now. This is the best.
Yeah, they're in the ocean, and then we.
Yeah. They try to find some resources, because we're like, hey, maybe there's some stuff in the ocean that you guys can find and bring it up to the surface so we can make weapons and stuff. Remember, it's a zombie apocalypse,
Yeah. Oh, did I forget to
I
mention
don't- oh,
that
it is
the
a zombie
Great Coral
apocalypse.
Reef came alive.
I'm
and
sorry?
is now like also fighting. The Great Coral Reef in Australia. It woke up. I woke it up.
Okay.
It's alive. So now it's like actually like slowly coming.
Okay.
Because you know what's gonna happen is so the ocean team and the land team are gonna work together.
Wait, there's no teams because it's a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, but our armies are coming together. So you guys are on the land. So you guys are getting the land defense. We have to make a plan, dude.
That's true, but the thing is, we have less of an advantage. Wait, that's
No,
right.
Wait, you're guys.
I can talk to the zombies because
Wait.
I came back to life. One
So,
chapter I forgave Emily for
Can
locking
you
me in
let
the
me
house.
tell you what the plan
And it was
is?
Tank who did
That
it.
was you who locked you out of your house. Okay.
I said it was Tank.
Your guys' job
Okay. not
is
saying.
to
I have it
basically like herd all
I
the
think.
zombies to come towards the beach. So that's your job. You have to figure out how to do that because once they start coming, because they're gonna start running away from you guys, because you guys better have some good like fighting skills.
Yeah.
The Great Coral Reef
We'll
is
be
going to be
prepared.
waiting for them, and it's going to have these poisonous spikes that actually paralyze the zombies. So they're going to run to the ocean to try to like be safe, but they're going to be stepping on these things. So they're going to be paralyzed zombies, and then the sharks are going to come and like rip them into like literal pieces.
I think that sounds fucking
Yeah.
great.
So you guys need to figure out how to like bring them towards the beach, and then we got the rest.
Now,
You just need to
between
bring
that
them to
event,
us.
between you, but here's the thing though, that is the aftermath. That was actually a chapter you accidentally leaked in volume 894. 93, actually, there's something that happens in
I don't
between.
want to get sued.
We're all co-writers.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
writing the
that's right.
story.
That's true.
Who's gonna sue who?
Go on.
We own this. It's our
Judge
story.
Judy. Hella ass starts playing.
No, fuck Judge Judy. She ain't got shit. It's our story.
Did
You know?
you say fuck Judge Judy? Don't
Absolutely.
let her hear you.
Yeah.
The fuck? She's a fake judge.
Next episode, we're on Judge Judy.
She's like, so I heard you call me a bitch.
Yeah.
All right, so back to the part that we skipped.
Oh yeah. So you and Brenda say we're gonna go to the ocean. We're gonna find some iron metal resources so we can bring it back to land and craft weapons.
Atlantis has a lot of that shit, so we're good.
Perfect. So while you guys morph, because you guys need to swim, you
Yeah.
guys morph into your fish. You guys morph into fish and crab form.
Because y'all need to swim.
Right?
Obviously.
So while you guys are going, a boat
Mhm.
of Chinamen come. They are traveling overseas for food resources. You guys get captured by them. They're like, oh, like, grab that. So now we're like, where the fuck are Jules and them? Like, where the fuck are they? And like Pete's just like, I'm getting worried, man. Like, they said they'd be back by 8 p.m. If not, we should be.
Why was that
concerned."
such a good impression of his
It's 10
voice?
p.m. and Sam's just like, bro, they fucking say they'd be back by 8. Chill, bro. It takes a long time to come back. Don't worry. And then Sam realizes it's 11 p.m. Sam's like, maybe we should go check out now. And then I go, I'm like, all right, let's go. But all of a sudden,
You
before
guys
we do,
literally
we
waited
see,
3 hours
but
to
before-
come look for us. We said 8, and you waited 3 hours.
you see, I had to throw some irresponsibility there because, like, we have to create some type of dramatic tension.
We're supposed to be on the
Anyways.
same team, and you guys are like just being.
Okay,
bitches
fine. It was
about
9
that
p.m. It was 8:30, not 11. I'm
one.
sorry.
Okay, you can go like 9.
Why are you changing your mind now? You're like, wait,
Okay,
never mind,
it's been
just
30
kidding.
minutes. So Pete's just like, all right, they said 8 o'clock, it's 8:30. I don't know, man. I say we go out. And then we're skeptical, being like, no, what happens if we do leave? If we do leave.
got it.
Huh?
You got it.
Oh. And so we're talking about us turning into our Zodiacs. Remember the story, the zombie story, where we can turn into our Zodiac signs anytime and to survive the apocalypse. So Jules and Brenda,
By the way.
yeah, who's a fish, and Jules is a
Pisces.
crab. So they get captured and we get concerned. But before we even leave, a fish flops on our door. And then we open
Like
it.
a flying fish?
No, like it's flopping, it's grasping for air. So Brenda sent a fish over to tell us, hey, like 5 Chinamen captured you guys. But before they gave us a location, the fish died.
Stop.
Okay, all right. Because, so I made a joke
She's gonna
yesterday.
be pissed. She's
Was,
literally gonna be pissed.
Brenda was getting pissed that I said her superpower is she can communicate with fish, but by the time they come to battle, they're dead because they had no water. She's like, "Why are you giving me that power?" I'm like, "It's nature. Look, I'm a horse. What powers do I have?" You know? I was like, "My bone and earth is probably stick." And so like now, like I kept repeating it, but I was like, "But." You can, and then to make her feel better, I was like, but actually, no, you can communicate with Aquaman. And she's like, oh, fuck yeah, I'll fuck with that. I'm like, yeah, and he'll communicate with the fish to come halfway and they'll die. And then she's like, what the fuck is that? And then I said, fine. How about this? The fish will travel in water bubbles, okay? But by the time the battle happens, it pops, and then they fall on the floor.
Wait, but why would you send, like, what would the fish even do?
That's the thing. I need to add some just spice. Like I'm just trying to think creative.
To battle? Like,
Well, different types of
That's a
fish.
distraction?
Different types of fish are big. They bite. They hurt. But the thing is, the disadvantage is they need
like
water
the
to
one
breathe.
From Nemo with, like, the little
Yeah, it's
legs
exactly.
going-
Imagine you combine that with like 10,000 jellyfish. What kind of an electronic effect it would create? Think, like, you know. But the problem is they would die.
Oh, like stingrays
Yeah. So
The
or
messenger.
eels, electric eels.
exactly. So when the fish arrived to our door, we're like, what? And it had a voice. It's like, Jules and Brenda, they got captured. We're like, where? They're like, overseas. 5 Chinamen. They saw us. They needed food and resources. They're like, okay, where was it? It was overseas by. We see,
Fucked up.
and then we see a tiny crab. The tiny crab has one last breath. There was a little crab
You know,
behind him.
crabs can survive with, like, they don't need
I know, but it survived like an attack like them trying to grab them a thing. It has
Okay,
like
you're
one
just making
claw and
shit up
everything.
now.
Well, yeah, I gotta be creative. and it
The whole
says
story's a lie.
they went
It's
they,
fictional.
they
We're
went
really writing it as we go.
they went to Beijing. All of a sudden Pete's just like, I've always wanted to go to Beijing. And then like badass music turns
Why
on.
is my voice like that?
That's what you sound like.
Very laid back, you know. And then so we travel there.
Mhm.
Well, you forgot to record?
No, my phone's at 10%.
Uh-oh. So we travel there
10%.
and we go to the place. We get there on time for some reason because remember, you guys can communicate with fish.
I can
So we
communicate with
come to the
all
shore
things.
and we
Not
start
just
running. I turn into a horse and I'm just like, fuck, how do we get across the ocean? And then you see an army of fish forming a boat. They
But
won't
wait,
die
you're forgetting about
because...
the part that Aquaman literally has powers and he can create.
No, she didn't.
like-
Brenda didn't like that story. Aquaman's not
No,
part
I
of it.
talked to
Yeah.
Aquaman, dude. Me and him.
Okay, all right.
I literally told you I went to Atlantis and talked to Aquaman and all the
Okay.
all the people.
So you know Aquaman, all right? You
So Aquaman literally sent a giant tsunami waves full of all of these sea creatures.
fuck yes. Okay, and we get there by Aquaman like making, I don't know, like some type of
You guys are on
Like-
surfboards.
okay surfboard.
Surfboard.
But
Surfboard.
no, we build a boat.
So-
We build a boat, and it's a montage of like '80s music. Pete's like
When
hammering
did
a
you have
boat.
time to build a boat? Building a boat takes so long.
She made fun of your plan.
That's perfect. That's perfect. That's a very good question. Where did we have the time to do that? Well, we have resources, right? That's all we've been doing is hunting and gathering.
Wait.
By volume
you're a
893, I'm
centaur,
sure.
so you can kind of communicate to animals too, right? Because you are
That
an
is
animal.
very
So,
true.
like,
How come I didn't
you
think
know
of that?
One
I'm
scene
so
in,
lazy.
like Cinderella or like
Thank you.
Sleeping Beauty when all the animals came together
Yeah.
and like so the animals all came together and built the boat for you. Because then that's like hundreds of animals. You
Well,
could
that was
probably-
Noah, but I'm kidding.
Well, you're kind of like a Noah, you know, if you think about it in like a different light.
What I'm thinking, I think, who would I would communicate with horses. But how many horses are alive as opposed to fish? Because what, zombies don't go deep in like. So like it'd be hard for me to find animals. So my mating call would be like something like that. I don't know. And like one
You're
horse
like the guy
arrives.
from Narnia.
Yeah, but like one horse arrives and the other one's like,
Mm-hmm.
injured. I would communicate with the forest. How about that? I can communicate with
Like
the forest.
fairies?
So yeah, so we arrive there.
Mm-hmm.
We arrive on the ship, and now all of a sudden, we see you with a bunch of crabs, and then we see Brenda with a bunch of fish in a tank, and you guys are just being saved for like dinner and stuff.
Yeah.
But the question is, I look, I'm like, fuck, wait, wait a minute, who's who? Like, how
Fuck,
can
dude, I'm about to be turned into some California rolls.
all of a sudden, like, Pete sees there's a tiny tattoo on one corner of your shell. He's like, it's her. All of a sudden, the person just turns around. He's like, hey, what are you doing here? Pete turns into a lion. Get the fuck out of here. And I turn into a horse. I'm like, we got a problem? We got a problem?
I turned into a horse.
I turn into a Taurus. I bring out my bow. We got a problem? We got a problem? All of a sudden, like, all of a sudden, you and Brenda, like, literally, like,
What am I
communicate.
doing? You never describe me like you're just.
Where?
Yeah, where has she been this whole time?
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, I keep failing to mention.
You're
No, it's just
Taurus,
me and
dude.
Pete. No, everyone's with us.
That's
Sam's
the
with us
Minotaur,
and Emily.
dude, the Minotaur.
Emily, what Emily does is, fuck, what does Emily do? She turns into a bull. Fuck. Perfect. She turns into a bull, and then she just goes back and forth on the sides of the boat, like keeps on fucking knocking it. And then the fish tank falls through. Boom. And then you and Brenda turn back into human form, but the other fish die because they ran out of breath. Yeah. So,
Stop.
Everything's out of-
Rip. You're like not even giving a
80
fuck.
guys. But now we end up being in Beijing. So now the new story is why before we end up in Beijing, Jules chapter volume 800.
No, so I get rescued.
You get rescued, right?
No.
You get rescued, and then you guys. Well, actually, you guys kind of rescued yourselves because you guys were literally communicating with the ocean to help Emily. Like,
They got her
you know,
back.
all we needed to do is just like, wait a minute. We
Did
didn't
we-
even have to save them.
We got Aquaman.
Wait,
like,
we didn't even have to save them. Think about it. They could have just.
Swim.
They control the ocean.
Yeah.
Too big to make up a story about zombie apocalypse and Zodiac signs. It's too tough. I can't combine Zombie World and Zodiacs.
You're like, we're still rounding up all the teams. You're like, where the zombies come in? I don't want to write that in. How does that make sense?
We tell Sam, like, Sam, distract the zombies, turns into a goat, just starts walking, all the zombies start following him, and the goat's walking like this, putting his, what? He's a goat.
What's that sign? Oh,
An Aries.
Capricorn?
Wait,
Capricorns go?
what about Aries? Are they a ram?
At some point, though, the question is, we don't want to be the next Walking Dead. There has to be an ending.
We have to fight. That has to be a separate story. The zombie apocalypse is like in this house right now, the way we are.
Yeah, it is.
Oh wait, and Aries is
Where
a
would
ram.
we go after this?
Aries is a
After
ram.
we kill people in the
We find secret Chinese government equipment that can keep us safe.
What?
So we stay in
Secret?
I
there.
don't know how to
But
find it. I don't even know how
whoever
to
comes, so we ended up in Beijing, right? Jules communicated with Aquaman saying, "Hey, like fuck
No,
up the boat with the
wait,
wave
what?
and everything."
We're talking about zombies.
Yeah, the zombie apocalypse of the Zodiacs.
No,
But
we're
how'd we
doing
get-
zombies
how'd we
only
get-
Zombies
right
versus
here.
How do we get to
Zodiac.
Beijing? Remember, they got captured by people looking for fish overseas to get food. So when we ended up in Beijing, we get out, we see we're in a base, but we own it because those guys took over. And then we
Shut
get
up.
trespassers. Our neighbors who lived here, we see them on a boat.
No, why do we see them on a
I
boat?
would have just killed
You're
all the
reading it too
neighbors,
far
'cause
deep
they're
in.
probably all infected.
They're looking
No,
at
but
us
they're
on
alive.
a
They're like,
boat.
guys, and then you see
No.
Sam. Sam goes through the door. He just looks
Stop.
to the people.
Why
Sam's just
you?
like,
No.
Sam's like, you guys are parking your boat in front of our driveway. Please get the fuck out of here. He's like,
What's wrong with you?
how many fucking times did I say, like, even over there, even in this lifetime, even in a fucking zombie apocalypse, you're parking your shit in front of our house.
That's our escape plan.
Well, we own the base. There you go.
Hello.
Now the question is, we run out of food. So the final chapter is we get hungry for fish. We look at Jules and Brenda.
Why are you doing that to them?
And then
Why are you doing that to
Natural
them?
prey.
no, we start hallucinating. We're like, no, don't
What?
eat fish. Don't eat fish. Like, and then you see Jules and them looking at us, like just getting razor
Damn, how am I
sharp.
supposed to enjoy like crab legs and like crab ragoons now?
The catch
I'm a
is-
crab. It's kind of like.
That's the thing. You realize you're a crab. You're like, how long
Oh.
have I been eating my own kind?
Cannibalism.
You know.
God, I'm really cannibal.
Oh no,
I'm
Sam's
cannibal
looking.
nectar.
Sam looks at you guys. He's like, "Fuck fish, man." He's like, "I haven't had fish in a long time," and he starts hallucinating. Like, I'm getting so hungry. See Pete turn into a lion. Like no. And then Emily turns into a bull, and for some reason just knocks me off the boat, and I'm again left behind.
Mhm.
So, you know, there's gonna be another.
Sucks.
It's gonna be another 800 volumes of how I survived.
It's just never ends.
No, it never is. Just like the walking shit.
Can we pause this one? Because my
fine. Your phone's about to die.
yeah, my phone's about to die, but we can continue on your phone.
No problem.
No
We'll do a
problem.
Podcast during dinner.
Not during dinner. Us all chewing.
Jules is gonna be like, can I get the eel sauce, extra spicy mayo, extra ponzu?
Gotta get all the sauces.
Hella.
We're gonna go to Buffalo Wild Wings.
The sun is still out. Hella ass, hella ass, hella ass, hella ass. The sun is still out.